the Nepal Botanical Society and the Royal Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, RONAS, have jointly prepared this documentary film on plant heritage of Nepal. This is the first documentary film on the rich plant heritage of this country. This documentary film should be useful not only to plant scientists, teachers, students and researchers, but I suppose this should be very useful to anybody who is interested in the rich diversity of plant wealth of our country. This is our first attempt, and we look forward to improve and expand the scope of this documentary film in coming days. For this, we look forward to get suggestions from the viewers.
Situated in the lap of snow-capped mountains of the Himalayas, Nepal is bestowed with magnificent natural and cultural heritage. It has an area of 147,141 square kilometers. According to the National Census of 2001, the population of Nepal stood at 23.2 million, and majority of the people depend on natural resources for their livelihood. Nepal is well known throughout the world as a country of great geographic, natural, cultural, religious and ethnic diversity. Altitude of Nepal ranges from as low as 60 meters in the south to the top of Mount Everest, measuring 8,848 meters in the north. On the basis of physiography, Nepal is divided into three major regions: highland or Himalayas, midland or mid-hills, and lowland or Tarai. The high hills and mountains of the highland cover 35% of the land, followed by 42% mid-hills and 23% lowland or Tarai. Due to its diverse topography and climate, Nepal is enriched with diverse ecosystems. Although Nepal occupies only 0.1% of the Earth's surface, it possesses 2.2% of flowering plants and 3% of non-flowering plants of the world. Biodiversity means different life forms of plants, animals and microorganisms found on the earth. The three components of biodiversity are species diversity, genetic diversity and ecosystem diversity. Nepal is rich in all these three types of diversity. The species diversity primarily includes diversity of animal species and plants. They are classified into native or indigenous species, endemic species, and exotic or introduced species. It has been reported that 2,300 species of insects and butterflies, 182 species of fish, 100 species of reptiles, more than 850 species of birds, and 181 species of mammals are found in Nepal. In terms of plant diversity, Nepal is endowed with 6,500 species of flowering plants, with more than 300 species of endemic species. Besides these, many exotic species have been introduced in Nepal. Plant species diversity includes organisms ranging from microscopic algae to large flowering plants. While documentation of Nepalese flowering plants was initiated by Sir Buchanan Hamilton, a British citizen, in 1802, documentation of non-flowering plants was started only in 1848. Since then, hundreds of Nepali and foreign botanists as well as institutions have contributed significantly to the exploration and documentation of flowering and non-flowering plants of Nepal. These plants growing in aquatic and marshy habitat are called algae. They range from small unicellular to large multicellular species. About 700 species of algae are recorded so far from Nepal. These plants are called fungi. They do not contain chlorophyll, the green pigment. They are either parasitic or saprophytic in nature. Also, mushrooms belong to this group. There are about 2,000 species of fungi in Nepal. These plants, which usually grow on stones and tree barks, are called lichen. They are made of algae and fungi. About 500 species of lichens grow in Nepal. Based on the structure of their thallus, they are classified into three types. Such lichens are called crustose lichen, they are flat and usually found attached to the stone or tree bark. These are foliose lichens. They are large in size and quite well developed. This is known as fructicose lichen. They are considered as most highly developed lichens. These small plants are called bryophytes. About 900 species of bryophytes occur in Nepal. They usually grow on moist walls and soil surfaces. They are classified into three major groups: liverworts, mosses, and hornworts. The fern and fern allies are called pteridophytes. About 500 species of pteridophytes occur in Nepal. Few species are edible, such as Nephrolepis and Diplasium. This tree-like plant is also a pteridophyte, which is called tree fern. This is a rare species and distributed in Ilam and Chapa of eastern Nepal. Plants ranging from algae to pteridophytes are called cryptogams or non-flowering plants. Now let us discuss a little bit about the phanerogams or flowering plants. They are classified into two types: gymnosperms and angiosperms. The conifers and junipers belong to the gymnosperms. There are 28 species of gymnosperms in Nepal. This rare species of gymnosperm is called cycas and is found in tropical parts of eastern Nepal. These are angiosperms or flowering plants. Such plants are considered as highly evolved plants. They are classified into two groups: monocotyledons and dicotyledons. About 6,500 species of flowering plants are found in Nepal. The orchid family or Orchidaceae, with over 400 species, is the largest family of flowering plants, followed by Compositae. The third largest families are Gramineae and Leguminosae. Like species diversity, another important diversity is the ecosystem diversity. Forests play an important role in maintaining the ecosystem. Besides providing basic commodities like food, shelter and clothing, the forests also play an important role in checking soil erosion and maintaining water level below the earth. Based on physiography, climate, soil and local environment, forests are classified into various types. In 1972, the British citizen J.D.A. Stanton classified forests of Nepal into 35 types. At present, 29% land of Nepal is occupied by forests. Situated in the southern part of Nepal bordering India, this flat land is called Tarai. This area is divided into three main regions such as Tarai, Siwalik and Doon Valley. This type of forest occurring in Tarai is called tropical forest. The lowland Tarai is characterized by tropical forests. Such forests are found in Inner Tarai, Doon Valleys, Churia, at altitudes ranging from 60 meters to 1000 meters. Sal tree is the most common plant species that occur in the tropical forest. Other plant species commonly found in tropical forests are Shorea robusta, Cassia fistula, Albizia, Aegle marmelos, Mangifera indica, Bombax ceiba, Syzygium cumini, Bauhinia valley, Butea monosperma, Malotus philippinensis, Aza directa indica, Terminalia alata, Edina cordifolia, and Dalbergia ciso. Important medicinal plants like Terminalia cebula, Terminalia bellerica, Phyllanthus emblica, Rauwolfia serpentina, Polarena pubescens, Laserstromia parviflora, and Woodfordia fructicosa are also found in tropical forests. Another type of forest found in the tropical zones is the riverine forest. Usually such types of forest occurs in the bank of rivers. Due to typical climate, several evergreen species grow in this forest. The dominant species are Dalbergia ciso, Acacia catechu, The understory of tropical forests is characterized by the presence of species like Cassia, Indigofera, Boerhaavia, Boehmeria, Phoenix humilis, etc. Some important medicinal plants like Acorus calamus and Asparagus racemosus, as well as some tall grasses like Saccharum and Arundinella also occur in this area. Some well-known wild animals like tiger, rhinoceros, elephant and spotted deer are found in tropical forest. The grassland with tall grass species serve as shelter for tigers. Similarly, rhinoceros as well as other wild species and various bird species also dwell in the wetlands of Tarai. Subtropical to temperate type of forests are found at altitudes between 1000 to 3000 meters. Such types of forests occur in the southern hills of Mahabharat range and higher region of Churia. This type of forest is well known for its rich plant diversity. Three types of forests are found in the mid-hills of Nepal. In one of them, Shima walichi and Castanopsis indica are the indicator species. The plant species occurring in this type of forest are Shima walichi, Castanopsis indica, as well as Chirospondias axillaris, Crotaiva religiosa, Gaultheria fragrantissima, Lionia ovalifolia, Ficus semicordata and bamboos. Another type of forest occurring in mid-hills is the oak forest. In this type of forest, Quercus incana, Quercus semicarpifolia, Ulmus nepalensis, Taxus walichiana, Quercus glauca, Berberis aristata, Castanopsis triballoides, Gaultheria fragrantissima are most commonly found plant species. In lower zone of mid-hills, forest of cheer pine, Pinus roxburghi, is commonly found, while blue pine, Pinus walichiana, occur in the upper zone of temperate forest. The cheer pine and blue pine looks alike, but can be easily differentiated by the number of needle leaves. The blue pine has 5 needle leaves and longer cones, whereas the cheer pine has 3 needle leaves and cones are slightly shorter. Upper zone of mid-hills or temperate forest is covered by tall evergreen forest. Several species of rhododendron, Quercus semicarpifolia, Cedrus deodara, Juniperus species are the major tree species, whereas the ground flora constitutes of important medicinal plants such as Valeriana walichi, Swersia chiraita, and Nardostachys grandiflora. Several other beautiful and colorful species of plants are also found in this region. In some areas, pure forest of junipers is also found near the tree line. Wild animals like musk deer, charil, Himalayan bear and leopard inhabit such forests. Subalpine forest is found in altitudes between 3000 to 4000 meters. The forest of this area is classified into three major types. The evergreen broad-leaved forests comprise of Abies spectabilis, Rhododendron campanulatum, Quercus semicarpifolia, and various species of bushy rhododendrons. Important medicinal plants like Dactylorhiza hataziria also grow in this area. Forest of Himalayan elder, Ulmus nepalensis, is also found in landslide slopes. Several species like poppy, Meconopsis species, bushes of juniper and Neopicrorhiza scrofulariflora are also found in this area. Species like birch Betula utilis, Tsuga dumosa, Ephedra species and bushy rhododendrons are common in this region. Intermixed forests of birch and rhododendrons are also seen in some areas. In Nepal, the vegetation belt near 4,000 meter elevation is known as the tree or timber line. Due to extreme cold temperature and unfertile land, tree species do not occur above this zone. Only alpine shrubs and grassland are found above this area. The zone above the tree line is called Nival zone. Due to extreme coldness, the bushes and dwarf shrubs predominate this zone. Species like Berberis potentilla, Rhododendron anthopogon, Cordyceps sinensis, Hippophae, Ephedra and Carigana species are most common. Alpine grassland is also seen in many places. Nepal is not only rich in species diversity, but also rich in the genetic diversity. Nepal is also rich in diversity of the cereal crops and medicinal plants. Nepal is well known as a land of great biodiversity. However, due to lack of public understanding, human encroachment, deforestation and indiscriminate use of insecticides and pesticides, many important plant species have come under serious threat. 28 species of mammals, 22 species of birds of Nepal are considered as threatened or endangered species. Among the plant species of Nepal, 107 species fall in the IUCN list of threatened species. According to His Majesty's Government of Nepal Forest Act, 18 species are in the list of threatened plants, and 13 species have been included in the CITES list of threatened species. It is now high time for us to think how much efforts we have made to conserve our rich plant heritage, for which Nepal is well known all over the world. To protect wild animals, forests and forest resources in the country, the government of Nepal has established 16 protected and conservation areas covering more than 19% area of the country. Similarly, 4 wetlands of Nepal have been declared as Ramsar sites. In collaboration with the WWF Nepal program, His Majesty's government is launching conservation activities in 14 districts of Western Tarai called TAL or Tarai Arc Landscape Area. Emphasis is being given not only to protect large wild animals like elephants, rhinoceros and tiger, but also to conserve flora and fauna of this region. Similarly, formation of more than 13,000 community forest users groups throughout the country has contributed to the conservation and sustainable use of 1.1 million hectares of forest land in Nepal. Documentation of all plant resources of the country and publication of Flora of Nepal is still under process. Recently, the Royal Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, RONAST, in collaboration with His Majesty's Government, Department of Plant Resources and Tribhuvan University Central Department of Botany at the national level and University of Tokyo, Royal Botanic Garden Edinburgh and the Natural History Museum of London at the international level have launched an international collaborative project to publish the Flora of Nepal in 10 volumes within a period of 10 years. Besides the conservation and sustainable use of plant heritage of Nepal, it is also necessary to document and conserve indigenous knowledge associated with plant resources of our country. Therefore, the Nepal Botanical Society appeals to all botanists, naturalists, bureaucrats and citizens of the country to help in the protection and conservation of our rich plant heritage.